Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And in this series we're going to be continuing, this is part 2, continuing our Mars placement and how this affects your athleticism, okay? What type of athleticism do you have based off of your Mars placement? Part 2, we'll be going over Libra house, all the way to Pisces in the Pisces house. And before we get into that, if you're interested in my readings, you can definitely book a reading with me at samastralreadings@gmail.com. That's samastralreadings@gmail.com, and I'll certainly get back with you. I do tarot as well as full-blown birth natal chart readings. Getting back into part 2, okay, we're continuing our Mars placement and how this describes your athleticism, what type of athlete or how athletic you are, okay, your strengths and your weaknesses, all right? And I have a few disclaimers, okay? 2 things I want you guys to be aware of as you guys are watching this video is 1, your rising sign can also explain your athleticism as well too, okay? So that does apply. However, we will not be going through our rising sign. But your rising sign is ruled by Mars, the first house in Aries, so it definitely deals with that energy. So keep that in mind. Also, the second thing is to understand that when you're listening to this reading, that there are 2 points, okay? It's your Mars sign and your Mars house placement. So those are the 2 points you want to be looking at. So say, for example, if your Mars is in Libra in the 5th house, okay, you will be looking for Mars Libra 7th house reading and Mars Leo 5th house reading. Both readings will apply because you're looking at 2 points, your Mars sign and the house that it's placed in. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it, okay? So now I'm continuing with Mars in the 7th house or in Libra, okay? So if you have Mars in the 7th house or in Libra, this is going to be a weaker point, okay? Libra isn't comfortable in Mars. It's literally the opposite house, opposite sign, okay? So this could be a challenge for Mars. Okay, so when it comes to your athleticism with Mars in the 7th house or Mars in Libra, you can be a lot slower, okay? You could be a lot slower because you are very mental and you think and you're careful. Libra is the energy of balance, okay? And again, it's the opposite of Mars, so it takes its time. It's hesitant, okay? It's about strategy and planning. So Libra is slow, okay? Libra generally, Mars in Libra, Mars in the 7th house, this slows down your energy. You're very delicate, you're more careful. You don't have that execution. So when it comes to your athleticism, it can be hard to get a Mars in Libra, Mars in 7th person, unless they have other placements that kind of balance out this energy, this placement in general. It's hard to get them kind of active. They could be more lazy, not as motivated, okay? Where Mars in Aries, which is the exact opposite, has so much energy to burn, very hyper, okay? You got to calm them down, these Mars and fire sign. Mars in Libra is the opposite. They're a lot more chill, a lot more relaxed. It takes a lot more energy to get them going, get them motivated, okay? So that could definitely be a weakness with Mars, Libra, and Mars in the 7th house. When it comes to your athleticism, you're just very chill. You're not as up. You don't have that strong execution. You're more relaxed, and this can also make you lazier, okay? So you're just like more lazy, more delicate, okay? So Mars and Libra can be slow. They don't have all that acceleration. Don't like to get too, physical, too active, too messy, okay? They don't like to get down and dirty, so this can make you a lot slower, a lot more careful. However, the strength with this is because of you're slower, you're a lot more careful. Libra is a balanced energy. It represents balance. So when it comes to things like your coordination, your balance, this is stuff that you really execute with when it comes to your athleticism. Yeah, you might not be super strong and energetic and have all this energy to burn. However, you are very focused because you plan a lot before you move, before you execute, you strategize a lot more. You are very balanced. So when it comes to how you move your body, how you use your body, the coordination can be really on point. The balance, okay, can be very, very on point. Okay, knowing how to move the body the same way on one side to the other. That is balance, that is coordination. Okay, think about the sports, the athletics that consist of balance, where you need balance. You know, think of like gymnastics and the balance beam. Okay, think about, you know, ice skating, and when they have to do their spins, they have to have really good balance. Okay, so this is a huge strength for Mars and Libra, Mars and seventh house people, is your ability to coordinate and balance because you're so careful. Okay, and because you are represented by Libra. All right, so this definitely will be a strength when it comes to your athleticism. Okay, and even more of a creative expression of athleticism, like dance, could be a strength for Mars and Libra. However, again, like I said, the acceleration, the adrenaline, the energy here is a lot lower. You don't have all this fire, all this, you know, energy. You're a lot more delicate. And even like if you compare Mars and Libra, even with the Earth signs that are more chill and more relaxed, with Mars and Libra, you know, you don't have that fire, you don't have that pump up, you don't have that real option to get really high adrenaline, high heated. Okay, even with the Mars and the water signs, you know, they are very chill, very relaxed, and sometimes can be lazy. However, they have that ability to go from 0 to 100. It's water energy, it can heat up. You know, with Mars and Libra, it doesn't really heat up. It's very relaxed. So like I said, again, this is the opposite of Mars energy. So when it comes to a lot of the placements, Mars and Libra, Mars in 7th house is definitely one of the most difficult placements for Mars. So your athleticism, you know, is definitely hard here. Okay, like I said, you could be very lazy with Mars and Libra, not be so motivated, not want to move a lot. Okay, not want to get dirty and sweaty. And you don't have that type of acceleration, that type of energy. Also, Libra is an air sign, so it's not about strength and physicality. You're not in your body like the fire signs and the earth signs. And again, even the water signs, when they're very in tune. Okay, you have a very detached connection to your physical body. It's very mental. So air energy is the most detached from the physical body. Especially in my opinion. So again, you don't have all that strength, all that adrenaline, all that, you know, physicalness of like being in your body, you know, what you have to do to unleash that athleticism. You got to be in your body. And Mars and Libra, you have this mental energy on top of being very delicate. So, you know, you're very detached. You could be very detached, you know, from your body and not really in it. You know, your approach or your existence within your body, again, is very delicate, very calm, very relaxed. So the lack of adrenaline and motivation can be a very big weakness. It's not so strong, energetic here. And there could be laziness tendencies as well too. You know, you could burn energy very quickly because you don't have so much. So yes, that is Mars and Libra. Don't worry, guys, I have Mars in Libra, so I know this. You know, I am very physically active. Of course, I got fire placements, and my Mars in Libra is in the 10th house, and we'll talk about Capricorn in the 10th house because if you're disciplined, you can really build yourself up. But even with all of this, even with my fire placements, even with my Mars being in the 10th house, yes, I'm very athletic, but I still have limited energy with my Mars and Libra. I still have limited energy. I still have to really discipline myself, to motivate myself, to get myself to the gym and to be consistent. It takes a lot of my energy. You know, so trust me, I understand Mars and Libra. Like, I understand the laziness, the lack of motivation, the lack of energy. Okay, you just don't have a lot of it with this placement. So even though, again, I'm very disciplined with that 10th house, I can work out. It takes a lot of energy, and I had to really practice and develop my discipline to get to the position I am now, which is always working out, or as much as I can. But that took a lot of practice, and it does take a lot of my energy. So if your Mars is in Libra in the 7th house, and you find yourself energetically, you could be kind of lazy. This could be, the issue. I totally understand it with this placement, you definitely want to discipline yourself, okay? And help motivate yourself. And you can do this by doing it with another person, another friend that can help motivate you. Libra rules relationships. So if you have issues really getting active, try doing it with another person. That'll really help motivate you. Mars is in the 8th house or in Scorpio. Okay, this placement is very powerful. Okay, Scorpio has a lot of deep-seated energy and adrenaline. Scorpio is passion. 8th house is passionate. So there's a lot of energy to be unleashed here. These people can go from 0 to 100. This is the placement I say that you really can transform. 8th house Scorpio represents transformation. So these are the people that could be very out of shape, in one period of their lives, and then get into the best shape and transform and completely transform their bodies. And you'll be like, whoa, how did you get there? It's because of all that adrenaline, that passion, that deep-seated kind of like boiling water within them. Mars in Scorpio is a very powerful placement. It's a great placement to have. And this is because of the energy, the motivation that Scorpio has. Scorpio has a lot of this energy. However, Mars in a water sign can produce laziness, chillness. When it comes to your athleticism, you can be really relaxed. But with Scorpio here, you have that ability to charge up. So yes, you are chill and relaxed, but you have the ability to get active, to go from 0 to 100, to transform like Mars and Scorpio because of all that energy, all that adrenaline. Yes, it's deep-seated. It's not like the Mars and fire signs where they're just very super energetic because they're just fire. They have all that energy. You don't have it here in Mars and Scorpio. You're not just like super hyper. That energy is kind of kept deep within, and then it's unleashed through physical activity, okay, through emotional motivation. Mars in Scorpio, Mars in the 8th house, you could have a lot of pressure onto your body, a lot of oppression. Scorpio, 8th house deals with oppression, okay? It deals with power over you. So one of the weaknesses with Mars and Scorpio when it comes to our athleticism is that you can feel a lot of pressure onto your body, abuse onto your body, a certain, like, you don't control your body, okay? Like your body oppresses you. So this could be a major weakness when it comes to your motivation, when it comes to how you feel about your body, when it comes to motivating your body and really being there. You can feel like you're oppressed, like your body is an oppression onto you. This is where you have to transform. And this is why I say Mars and Scorpio in the 8th house, when it comes to your athleticism, you can transform the most here because you could be very not athletic. You could be very lazy. You could be very unmotivated because of the energy and the pressures and the oppression you feel on your physical body with Mars in the 8th house and Mars in Scorpio. Okay, but the challenge is to overcome this. Okay, so to me, there are athletics, there are people, Mars placements like the Mars and fire signs where they're just automatically athletic. They have all these abilities, or like Mars and air signs where they're very super body smart. With Mars and Scorpio, okay, and these water signs, you guys have the ability to transform. You guys have the ability to unleash, and the most in Mars and Scorpio. Scorpio in 8th house, though it's water placement, has the biggest transformation. So the passion, the adrenaline is strong. Mars and Scorpio people could be very strong, very powerful, a powerful hit, powerful energy because of the adrenaline that they hold within them. It's a lot of energy. Okay, Mars in Scorpio, Mars in the 8th house is like boiling water. It's like a volcano that's ready to erupt. And you have all that energy within, you're holding within. This energy is what you tap into. You tap into this energy, it's going to give you the most adrenaline, the most willpower. Okay, when a Mars in Scorpio is done, because again, like I said, the weakness with this placement is that they can feel a lot of pressure and oppression in their bodies. They could feel very unmotivated. They could feel a lack of motivation when it comes to their physical energy because of the oppression that they feel. But once they overcome this, when they get tired of the oppression, they're able to use that energy of being tired, of being upset, and use it to motivate them physically. This is a transformation. Again, Mars and water placements, I like to call this transformation. This is the people who are athletic in a way that they can transform. Don't sleep on a Mars and water placement because they can transform. They could look like one of the weakest, the slowest, and then once they feel passionate, they feel that emotional motivation, they completely transform. You'll see how in tune they are with their body. Mars and Scorpio is a water sign. Water is intuition, so they're in tune with their body. Okay, we talked about how the other placements, Mars in the earth sign, it's very physical, so you're with your body. Mars in a fire sign is very energetic, a lot of adrenaline. Mars in the air sign is very detached. Mars in water sign is very in tune. Okay, so there's a lot of things that you probably didn't see, a lot of body smart that you didn't see, that you didn't think a Mars and water sign person has that they actually do have. This can make them very flexible, very fluid, and just very smart with knowing how to use their body because they're so in tune with it. You know, they're kind of flowing in with it. It's like spiritual. With that being said, these people are very powerful. Again, all that adrenaline that they hold in, once they start using it physically, they channel that emotional energy and they channel it physically. There's so much power to be made. So you can be very strong as a Mars and Scorpio person, have a lot of power, have a lot of energy. You could have started off very out of shape and then transformed your body and became really in shape. You have so much passion, so much focus. When you finally decide that you want to transform, you want to use your body, whichever way you do, you become so powerful with it. You can unleash so much willpower, so much energy, so much strength. So Mars and Scorpio, a great placement for athleticism. These people can be very powerful. They can unleash a lot of body smart, body intelligent, body movement, body energy. They can unleash so much, but they have to be able to overcome their oppression. Because like I said, the weakness here with athleticism, you can feel very oppressed in your body and not use it and be very lazy and be very unmotivated and be very detached. So tune into that energy. To, you know, instead of just getting angry, use it physically. Use that emotional energy and transform it physically, transmute it into physical energy. And I'm telling you, you're going to have so much because Mars and Scorpio is such a powerful placement. One of the most biggest transformations you can see a person do with their body is people with this type of placement. So definitely a big thing when it comes to Mars in the 8th house. Mars and Scorpio, very powerful people. Mars in the 9th house or in Sagittarius. Okay, if you have your Mars in Sagittarius or in the 9th house, congratulations, you're another Mars in a fire placement. So we already know you naturally have a lot of energy to burn. And because this is Sagittarius, which Sagittarius is all about exaggeration and abundance, you have a lot of energy. Mars and Sagittarius people are super hyper, super motivated, have a lot of adrenaline. They just want to free themselves and get moving because they have this energy. This is what makes them very athletic. Okay, people with Mars and Sagittarius could have a lot of they're just can be very powerful, very strong because of the amount of energy that they have. This can even resort into your physical body. Lots of Mars and Sagittarius people can have very large muscles, whether it be your legs, your arms, especially like the legs and stuff like your legs, your body parts, your chest. They could just be over exaggerated, big energy. You can have a really big body. Okay, and I'm talking about muscle wise because fire deals with muscle. Okay, so you can have a huge body, very strong, very muscly, all this energy. Okay, these are really super strong people with Mars and Sagittarius. This manifests a very super strong body. Okay, this is abundance of energy, an abundance of muscles. Okay, and even if you're not strong, like you have like a big strong body, you could just have a lot of energy. Okay, a lot of adrenaline, a lot of energy to fuel. Okay, this could lead to how you think about your body. Under Mars and Sagittarius and Mars and fire signs in general, they push their bodies because of that fire, that adrenaline that they have. So you have it in Sagittarius, which is like an explosion of energy. Yeah, you can push your body to the max. You know, these are people that can go and train themselves to the max because, again, it's that Sagittarius energy. They're just pushing themselves. So you can push yourselves, and because you can push yourselves, you can reach greater heights with your athleticism. Okay, because it's that Mars and Sagittarius energy. You're pushing yourself, and I understand this energy because my rising is in Sag. My moon's in Sag too, but especially my rising being in Sag, like I understand Sag energy. And like, you know, I was the type of person where I would do Like I was younger, I would do extra push-ups. I would like push myself to the max. I would try to like, I remember when like I was moving, I would try to like hold, I was like 8 years old, I would try to hold like a huge TV. Like, and that's a problem with Mars and Sagittarius. As athletic and powerful and as strong as you are, with your strong will, and how you can even be blessed physically with huge muscles, you can overestimate yourself and injure yourself. Okay, be careful with Mars and Sagittarius because yes, you are athletic, you're blessed with a lot of energy, but you can overestimate it and injure yourself and break yourself and do the most. Like how I was trying to carry this huge TV when I was like 8 years old and like almost literally breaking my, like, anyway, basic point is don't overestimate yourself because that could be your weakness. Not knowing your limits when it comes to your physical body. Very important, because yes, you are athletic, you are strong, but you do have limits like everybody else. Also, in Mars and Sagittarius, you have an issue with focus. Like, yes, you have a lot of energy, which is great, but with athletics and athleticism also comes body smarts. It's not just about how well you move your body, it's how well you understand it. And just like I said, you can overestimate yourself. This can lead to burnout, okay? This could lead to burning yourself out. And not only do you have this issue, but you have an issue with focus, focusing. Okay, with athleticism, you have to be smart. You have to be able to be focused. A lot of times it's not even just energy, it's about skill. Mars and Sagittarius, the hardest thing they can have is picking up skills because they're just all over the place. They lack focus. Okay, so athleticism is body smart too. How well do you understand your body? How well do you know how to move it? And that doesn't have to deal with energy. Mars and Sagittarius, you cannot solve all your athletic problems with energy. You have to use your mind, and you can really forget about it. Just like Mars and Aries, they think later. Mars and Sagittarius, they think later too. They don't even care to think. They overestimate. And they don't have the ability to focus. Okay, their focus abilities, to me, is the worst out of all the fire signs. So, you're gonna need to be able to do this, Sagittarius, because you forget about the details of your body, okay? You forget about the little details, and that can seriously affect your skills, your technique in sports and athletics, how to move properly, okay? Because again, it's not just energy, it's technique. A lot of times you think that an athlete is doing something really well because they have a lot of energy. No, it's because they have technique, they have skills, they know how to move their body properly. They're not using a lot of energy, they're using technique, and that's body smarts. And Mars and Sagittarius, you can completely forget that. You can completely forget that. You could have a hard time focusing. A coach trying to coach you can sometimes be hard because you get distracted and you just want to move around. Great for having lots of energy, lots of motivation, lots of muscles, physical body. However, the skills and the techniques can really lack here because you fail to focus on the details. So Mars and Sagittarius is a great placement to understand when it comes to athleticism. A lot of energy, good muscles, all that is great. But if you don't have the mind to help you navigate this, you can, sabotage yourself just as bad. Okay, even though you have all the energy. So be careful, Mars and Sagittarius, for overestimating yourself. Yes, you're gifted, but this can go overboard. If your Mars is in the 10th house or in Capricorn, okay, this is a very great placement for athleticism because there is training here. Okay, so if your Mars is in Capricorn, Mars is in 10th house, I look at this placement very similar to Mars and Virgo, as in you're great at training yourself and building yourself up to get to the position. But Mars and Capricorn, so much so because Capricorn, Saturn energy is all about the climb to the top. So when you have Mars in Capricorn or Mars in the 10th house, you can have obstacles and challenges when it comes to your physical body. 10th house is all about Saturn. It's all about bringing discipline, bringing boundaries, okay? Boundaries, obstacles put in place. 10th house, Capricorn energy will put problems in your life so that you can get better, so that you can practice on these. So Mars in 10th house in Capricorn can seem in the beginning, maybe in the beginning of your life, that your body is a problem, that you will never be really athletic or use it, but Your body is going through all these obstacles, all these boundaries are being put into you so that you can get better, so that you can focus on it and work. So be mindful with Mars in 10th and Mars in Capricorn that you can have some type of physical limitation of any type of sort. Any type of sort, whether it be a big problem, a small problem, any type of obstacle. But that is to help you overcome that obstacle and get better. Capricorn and 10th house is all about practice, training. So again, these are really good people to train. Mars in earth signs are very athletic or good with athletics because they're good at practice, training, developing. They have the practice skills. They don't necessarily start off with the most energy or anything. And out of all of the earth signs, Capricorn in 10th house to me has the most limitations when it comes to their physical body. They're going to come up with the most. Okay. And that is to make you work even harder, to build more of a focus on your body. Okay, so the boundaries, the stiffness, these could be weaknesses when it comes to your body, but these weaknesses are actually what the 10th house in Capricorn wants you to focus on. Mars in 10th house, Mars in Capricorn, it wants you to focus on your weaknesses so that you get better. So your weaknesses are your blessings in disguise. So yes, you will come up with limitations in your body and physically. It could be any type of physical limitation, but these are limitations that you can overcome. Okay, so be careful. Mars in the 10th house, Mars in Capricorn, you can, injure yourself. You can break stuff. You can mess up things. You can find limitations with your body, things that you got to work on. But this is to discipline you more. You want to become more militant with your body. Mars in 10th house and Mars in Capricorn, not only do you want to become more militant, more protective, you want to take care of your body. This can also manifest a very stiff, sturdy body, okay? Because of the discipline that you have with your body. Mars in Capricorn. Capricorn is very hard, it's very stiff, it's very structured. You can have that relationship with your body, so you're very stiff, very sturdy. This can manifest in a very strong body. You have a lot of endurance. Mars in 10th house in Capricorn, you deal with a lot with your body, so you have a lot of endurance. There's a lot of natural endurance. You can take in a lot of pain. Okay, and that Capricorn energy, again, it's that sturdiness. Think about when someone's working out. When you're working out, you got to be stiff. You got to be sturdy when you're holding up those weights and you're lifting it up. That type of stiffness, sturdiness, that is Mars and Capricorn in 10th house. You have that. So these people can be very sturdy, very strong, have a very strong grip on things. This is great for athleticism that deals with, being grounded, deals with strength. Okay, you have a lot of endurance for this. You can kind of take on the pain. Okay, you have these because, again, you're very disciplined when it comes to your body. Okay, and you know how to work it. This is great for working out. Mars in 10th house, Mars in Capricorn. These people can work out. They can be disciplined. They can build their muscles. Okay, they're just very militant. Once you get over all the uncomfortableness, the awkwardness when it comes to your body, the boundaries, the disadvantages that you had to deal with, once you overcome that and understand that you can work on it, you gain a discipline like no other. Okay, Capricorn 10th house is discipline. So these people are so disciplined with their body. They can really train. They can stay consistent. They can build their muscles, build their stamina, anything, because they know how to practice. They have a very militant relationship with their body, so they know how to discipline and put it to work, get up every day and go and put their bodies in uncomfortable positions. This is someone who is working, building their discipline, can handle the pain, handle the pressure. So the endurance here is high. Mars and Capricorn be very strong, very powerful because of the discipline that you have in your body. So a big, huge superpower. Yes, you might have obstacles. Yes, you might break something or have a little limitation in your physical body of some way, somehow, but I'm telling you, you'll be able to turn this into your strength. You'll be able to work on this and build character, build strength, build discipline, know how to really utilize your body in the best way. And this is so perfect for athleticism. So when you're dealing with a Mars and Capricorn, Mars and 10th house person, If they're willing to put in the work, they can put in the work. The discipline here is so high. These are people you can really train and develop. It's a little different though with Mars and Virgo, because Mars and Virgo is like the ultimate smartest, like body smart. Okay, because Virgo looks into all the details. But with Capricorn, it's not about too much of the details. It's about establishing the discipline. It's more so about establishing the discipline to protect your body. Okay, and to build it and to start from the bottom and build your way to the top. Okay, so that's Mars and Capricorn in the 10th house. Yes, it can be really hard dealing with this, with the injuries or the limitations, okay, the stress onto the body, but you can take all of this and make it your strength because you're so disciplined. You have such endurance. You can handle high pressure and pain, and you can practice and stay consistent. This is going to create the best development. Very similar to Mars and Scorpio and how it can transform and how they can start off with a lot of oppression and then they can transform. Very similar to Mars and Capricorn. If your Mars is in the 11th house or in Aquarius, okay, if you have Mars in Aquarius or in the 11th house, when it comes to your athleticism, okay, you're going to be very unique here. Very innovative and very unique here. Now, one thing to mention is Mars in Aquarius is very body smart. Okay, Aquarius is an air sign, so this is body intelligence, having physical body intelligence. So Mars in Aquarius is great for athleticism because no, they're not disciplined like Mars in Capricorn or in 10th house, but they're very body smart. So they can learn a lot of techniques and skills in athletics and sports and stuff like that. They can learn a lot of this very quickly. And you have to understand Aquarius is very fast, okay? So they can learn how to utilize their body, coordinate their body very quickly because of their body smart. Their mind, their mental connection to their bodies. However, like I said, with all air signs, this is a mental connection. So with Mars in Aquarius, yes, you can manifest being very smart and skilled with how you use your body. You can learn a lot of sports because you learn the skills very quickly. You can develop a lot of skills in knowing how to use your body in a very intelligent, smart way. However, it's a mental connection, so you're not so physically involved in your body. And this is so much about being an athlete. Okay, I'm always going to say this. Mars, you want to get down and dirty. You know, we're talking about Mars here. You want to get down and dirty. You want to be in your physical body. You want to feel your sweat. You want to feel the pain. You want to feel the body, okay? You're unleashing that physical energy. So with Mars in Aquarius, because you're not in it, you're kind of detached. And that detachment can make you a little bit lazy. It can make you lazy. And Aquarius rules detachment. Aquarius is all about detachment. So the potential to detach from your body with this placement is very strong. Okay, it's way up there. This is body detachment. Okay, and you can kind of tap into this energy a lot because, you know, you're mental and you're so mental. Okay, Aquarius is the most detached air sign. You know, it's so thinking like in a higher level. You know, this is why, you know, where Aquarius, it rules technology, and a lot of times technology makes us detach from physical reality because, you know, we're not using our bodies. Everything is on a click of a button. Everything is virtual, you know. That Aquarius energy detaches you from physical life, and that is a problem when it comes to athleticism because Mars, the reason why Mars rules athleticism is because it's all about being attached and in the physical body. You have to be. So Mars in Aquarius, you know, you could be very lazy. Don't really want to like move around and do all this physical work because you think there are smarter ways, which there probably is. But because of that, this will affect your athleticism, and you won't train on your body, you know, because you're detached. You think there's easier, better ways, you know, and shoot, there probably is, and you probably will invent Think about technology and how it makes us use our physical bodies less. We have a car, we don't have to sit here and get up on our horse and get it moving. We have a remote control, so we don't have to get up and move. You know what I'm saying? Like, technology really makes things life easier, but it really detaches us from the physical experience in life. And that could be a huge weakness with Mars and Aquarius. When we talk about athleticism, they don't want to be in their physical bodies. Okay. So yes, that can create laziness, lack of motivation, and definitely it can influence you in an athletic way. Also, with Aquarius energy and 11th house energy, your body movements can be very unique. Okay, so there's two sides to this. The one side is the uniqueness. Mars and Aquarius people, they can invent very unique ways on how to approach sports, how to move your body, how to be athletic. So they're very innovative. So maybe everyone's kicking a soccer ball one way, but the Mars and Aquarius person develops a new way how to kick the soccer ball, which makes it easier, faster, and better, more accurate. Like, you could be a genius in this way on how you use your body. You can invent new ways on how to use your body, and this can create very complex techniques. Like, Mars and Aquarius is great for like very complex sports that take lots of complex skills because they're very complex in the mind. It's a mental stimulation, but also just a unique way. They can find even easier ways of using less energy, but using your body in a way that is even better. So there could be shortcuts. Okay, Mars and Aquarius, you could be more athletic than a person because you found a unique way of using your body that uses no strength at all, where the other person has to use all this energy. So you're very unique and smart in how you use your body. That's something I'll never take away from. Very unique, very smart. However, that detachment from the physical body and the physical experience can limit you. Also, awkward body movements, awkward ways of moving. You could be awkward in Mars and Aquarius. You might be very detached from your body, and that can cause awkwardness. Like, you don't know how to be in your body. So you move weirdly. You move kind of awkwardly. You could have that phase where you're very awkward with your body. You just don't know how to use and move it. Aquarius does rule weird things, awkward things that are, very unique. So that uniqueness, that weirdness could be you not really knowing how to kick a ball, you not really knowing how to move your body, you not really knowing how to coordinate your body well. So there's a fine line between, uniqueness and innovation and, awkwardness and dysfunction and chaos. So just be mindful of that too. You could be very awkward, So Mars and Aquarius, this isn't a very physically adrenaline type of body. You're not super like physical. You're gonna have to work on that. You're gonna really have to work on that if you want to unleash that. Okay, you're an air sign, so you don't have all this adrenaline. However, you're super smart, and you can learn skills and use your body in ways that no one can, and invent ways that, again, you don't even have to use energy because you've created such a unique way on how to use your physical body. So super body smart, very innovative. However, you could be very lazy and very detached and not be able to unleash the genius of how to use your body and your athleticism because you're lazy and detached and not connected to the physical experience. So it could be a major weakness when it comes to athleticism. Mars and Aquarius, get attached to your body and find unique ways to attach to the physical adrenaline experience. Okay, this way you don't become a horrible athlete because you don't know how to use your body. You only know how to use your mind. And last but not least, if your Mars is in Pisces or in the 12th house, okay, Mars and Pisces in the 12th house, this placement is to me the most detached from the physical body. I don't know. Actually, I think it's between Mars and Pisces and Mars and Aquarius. It's between the two. Mars and Pisces. Pisces is all about the unconsciousness, what you're not aware of, what's being set in the subconsciousness. So when it comes to your Mars energy, your physical energy, your adrenaline, your body, you might be very detached to this, not aware. Okay, Mars in Pisces, you could be very delicate in the way that you move. You could be very much in your spirit, in your soul, and not in your physical body. Okay, being very delicate, being very soft, being kind of like in your imagination, and feeling like because you're too sensitive, you can't handle the physical reality. Pisces 12th house is a very sensitive sign. It is open to all energies. Okay, these are very empathic people. So whatever energies are in this place is what you're going to be taking in a lot, is what you have no boundaries. So when it comes to physical energy, you are very sensitive. Okay, Mars in Pisces, Mars in 12th house people can have very sensitive bodies. Everything kind of hurts, or everything they feel, even if it doesn't hurt, there could just be a lot of it will hurt because you're very sensitive. Okay, and this sensitivity can make you very uncomfortable in your body. Just calling it how it is. You can be very uncomfortable in your body because of how sensitive you are. So things hurt easier. Your physical body is injured easily. You just feel things more easily, and because you're feeling so much things physically, you're being so receptive physically, it's hard to execute. You're uncomfortable, you're feeling everything, energies are pushing against you strongly, you don't know how to push back. So you can be very uncomfortable in the physical body as a Mars and Pisces person. The Mars energy, which is the physical body, the physical energy, the adrenaline, is what you are not conscious of. You're kind of escaping away from it. Escapism. 12th house Pisces rules escapism. You're escaping away from the physical body, from the physical world. Just like Mars in 12th house, Mars and Pisces people escape away from confrontation and fights like you guys hated. That same adrenaline, it's same that goes with athleticism and the body and the physical body. Like all of that can be too harsh for you. All that movement, all that adrenaline, the sweat, the physicalness, the tiredness, all of that can be too much for you. So Mars and Pisces, Mars and 12th house people are very sensitive when it comes to their physical body. And to me, this makes them very detached from it because it's so uncomfortable sometimes to be in the body, like straight up. Like Mars in 12th house, Mars in Pisces, the physical body could just be an uncomfortable experience. Okay, this is why you're dissociating from the body and going into the spirit and the soul, because you're feeling too much here. Okay, so definitely something very important, because this really affects Mars and Pisces. Mars and Pisces, Mars and 12th house people, like maybe in the gym time, athletic time, they could have been slow. You throw a ball at them, like they might not catch it, or it might hurt them. This can manifest a little bit more wimpier, not because they're wimpy and they can't unleash this potential, but because, again, they're so sensitive. Okay, you can also be very delusional. You got to think Pisces is always in the imagination, so your body can be in a kind of dream state, so you're not kind of aware. Like these people can be very ditzy, a little clumsy, a little ditzy, like they see a ball coming and they kind of like stare at it instead of like trying to catch it, so these people can be hard to learn skills and stay focused, because they're kind of like in a dream state with their body, so they don't move as quickly. The eye hand to coordination can be off because they're like in a dream state world. They don't have a lot of physical power and structure. They're kind of loose and fluid, and we'll talk about the strengths of that too. But again, that lack of like clarity and clearness can make it hard for you to catch a ball, to run straight, to run effectively, to move your body, to have coordination, all that type of stuff. You can lack that, okay, because you're not clear. You're kind of in a dream state with your physical body, so you don't have that execution, that accuracy, that technique, that attention to detail. You got to think of Mars and Pisces like the opposite of Mars and Virgo. We talked about how Mars and Virgo and Mars in the 6th house, They're very attention to detail. This is why they're the best when it comes to coaching. If you would try to coach a Mars and Virgo, they will kill it because their attention to detail. They're like students. They absorb information. They're very sensitive to their bodies in the sense that they have a lot of attention to all the details of their body, whereas Pisces is the opposite. They're like completely detached. So they don't know any of the details. The coordination is gonna lack. The execution is gonna lack. They might want to move their arm, but they move their left arm instead of their right. You're gonna have to work harder in paying attention to your body because you're so detached from it. And you might not be here, I'm just be honest, with Mars and Pisces, Mars in the 12th house, you might not be trying to have the most physical experience here anyway. So when it comes between Mars and Libra and Mars and Pisces, these to me are one of the weaker Mars placements, okay? These are the hardest ones, and this is going to affect your athleticism so much, okay, because of how sensitive. But the positives of Mars in 12th house and Pisces, you could be very fluid. That intuition, remember, this is Mars and water. So if you are able to be conscious of your body, which is it's just a little bit difficult for Mars and 12th house people, but if you decide to be conscious and go into your body, you can unleash some very amazing skills because water energy is so flexible. So when you have it in Mars in your physical body, you're very in tune with your body. Mars and Pisces, Mars and 12th house people, these people can be freestyle dancers. So they might not pick up choreography and like the skill sets, but they might know how to naturally move their body fluidly, okay, just by intuition. This is all the Mars and water sign placements. They're very intuitive with their body, so they could just end up moving their body and being very in tune and feeling it just based off their motivation on an emotional level. So again, it's like magic. It's like, damn, now you know how to move your body. Like again, Mars and Pisces, Mars and 12th house people, these are people who can just freestyle dance. Very artistic, very creative, very fluid with the body. So they're very connected. So it's like, how do you do that? It's based off of intuition. So Mars and Pisces, because you're so uncomfortable with your body, it can be hard. But if you decide to be conscious of your body and tap into it, you can unleash some physical smartness and intuitiveness that is just amazing. That fluidity, that intuition with your body is amazing. You can be very flexible. Again, freestyle. Just know how to connect and move your body in the most magical way because you're just naturally in tune. You have that intuition. So if you decide to, you can unleash a lot of strength within your physical body, all right? Because it's there. You know, if the emotions are there, the adrenaline is there, you can. But again, it can be very hard for Mars and Pisces to unleash this. Mars and Cancer and Mars and Scorpio, they have a lot more focus. And they're not as scared and afraid of the physical body experience. It can still oppress them, but they have a lot more focus. It's probably one of the hardest placement, Mars and Pisces. It's either Mars and Libra or Mars and Pisces. Because again, Mars and Pisces really does not want to be in the body at all. So if you really want to unleash your athleticism with Mars and Pisces in 12th house, be conscious of the body, face your fears, okay, and get into this body, and you'll see how naturally in tune you are. But yes, it can be difficult because Pisces in 12th house is the furthest away from the physical experience. It is the spiritual experience. So it is escapism. So you're really escaping from the body. So your physical powers might be more spiritual than actually physical. So that is the Mars and the placements, okay? Knowing your body, your athleticism. Very, very interesting topic, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this and I hope it helped you out. And remember to look at multiple placements. You want to look at your Mars sign as well as your Mars house placement. So you'll be looking at multiple, okay? So my Mars is in Libra in the 10th house. So Mars, Libra in the 7th house, and Mars, 10th house in Capricorn will apply to me. So look at yours and look what applies to yours, and hopefully it resonates with your placements. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And of course, if you did, you could book a reading with me. I do astro birth natal chart readings as well as tarot. All you have to do is email me at samastroreadings@gmail.com. That's samastroreadings@gmail.com, and I'll certainly get back to you. Thank you guys for watching.